Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math. And today we're going to learn about percent of change. I'm going to find each percent change to the nearest percent and state if it's an increase or decrease. So if I was given this problem, from 45 feet to 92 feet. Well, at first, is that an increase or decrease? And we're going up, right? 45 to 92. 92 is larger, so that's an increase. So I got that down. I got that going for me. So now I need to find the difference between these two. So 92 minus 45. What does that come out to be? Well, 9. 8, carry the 1 there. 12 minus 5 is 7. 8 minus 4 is 4, so we have 47. We take that number, 47, and we divide it by our first number, 45. So if I use my calculator here, 47 divided by 45, save some time. We have 104, oh sorry, not 104, 1.0444, repeating forever. Well, if I wanted to do percents, I need to move that over 2 units, right? So we have 104, and then I look at this number. So I kind of move it over 2 units, and look at that number to round it. It says it's less than 5. It's just 104.4, so it ends up just being 104. Total percent doesn't round up this 4, so we have a 104% increase. From 74 hours to 85 hours. 74 hours to 85 hours, okay? Is that an increase or decrease? Well, it's an increase, right? 74 moving to 85 goes up, so it's an increase. Okay, it's an increase. You know that. So now we need to find the difference between them, 74 and 85. We take 85, subtract the 74 from it. Okay, 5 minus 4 is 1. 8 minus 7 is 1. So now we have 11. So 11 here, we take that 11 and we divide it by our first number, which was 74. So if that was a fraction here, I'll use my calculator. So we have 11 divided by 74. Comes out to be 0.1486. Okay? So, we're talking about a percent increase, right? A percent increase. Well, our percent increase here is when we move the decimal 2 units, 1, 2, right? And so we have 2 decimal units, so we have 14 is first, right? But that 8 there, that 8 causes it to round up, right? So it's going to cause it to round up, so we actually have a 15% increase. From 74 feet to 75 feet. Okay? Well, first, I don't know, is that an increase or decrease? And that's an increase, right? Increase of 1 foot, right? 74 to 75. So that's an increase. Okay? So now I want to find the difference between them. 75 minus 74. 5 minus 4 is 1, so minus 7 is 0. So we just have 1. So 1 is, you kind of can see that, but it's just 1 foot increase. So we take 1, we divide it by 74. So I use my calculator here. 1 divided by 74 comes out to be 0.0135, and then it repeats 135 forever. Okay? So, how is that as a decimal? Well, or as a fraction. Move it over 2 units, right? 1, and then we look at there. So it's going to be a 1, but then we have that 3. 3 determines the rounding of this one right here. 3 is below 5. We don't round up. We keep it the same. So we actually just have a 1% here. Rounded answer, of course. Increase. From 36 inches to 90 inches. From 36 inches to 90 inches. Well, first I need to see, is this an increase or decrease, right? It's an increase, right? We're going up from 36 to 90. So it's an increase. So we got an increase here. So now I need to find the difference. So I take 90 and subtract 36 from it, okay? Well, 0 and 6, can't subtract it, make that an 8, make this a 10. Using the traditional method here, 10 minus 6 is 4, and 8 minus 3 is 5. And so we have a 54-inch difference between it, right? It's 54 inches that increased, right? So we take that 54, we divide it by 36. So I'm going to use my calculator for this one. 54 divided by 36 comes out to be, very easy, 1.5. So we have a 1.5 here, okay? Now, it's not a 1.5% increase. We know we need to move the decimal 2 units, right, to make it a percent. So 1.5 comes out to be a 150% increase. And we don't have to worry about rounding because it's just zeros from there on out. So we actually have a 150% increase, okay, from 36 to 90 inches. From 94 miles to 34 miles. Well, if I have from 94 to 34 miles, first I want to know, is that an increase or decrease? And we're going down, right? 94 is greater than 34. So that's a decrease. Decrease, okay? Decrease. So now I need to find the difference between these two. So to find the difference between it, all right, I need to deal with positive numbers here. So I'm just going to take whatever's number is larger, which is 94, and subtract 34 from it. So take 94 minus 34, and that'll give me the difference between these two, how many units are between them. I don't really care if it's positive or negative, or I want it to be positive, so I'm picking the larger one first. 4 minus 4 is 0, 9 minus 3 is 6, and so we have a 60-mile difference between these two values. We still take that 60 miles, we divide it by our first number, 94, okay? So using our calculator, we take that 60 divided by 94, and we have 0. It's approximate here, 0.6382. 3. It rounds, okay? So we have approximately 0.6383, okay? Well, I need to write that as percent. Percent moves us over 2 units. We round from there. 8 causes that 3 to go up to 4. So we have actually a 64% decrease from 12 feet to 23 feet. So from 12 feet to 23 feet. Well, 12 feet to 23 feet, I didn't even know, is that an increase or decrease? We're going up. Increase. Right? It's an increase. So now I need to find the difference between these two numbers. 23 minus 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. We have an 11-foot difference between these two numbers. We take that 11, divide it by the 12. Okay? Now we need to take the decimal. Find the decimal of that. So we take 11 divided by 12. Our calculator. We have 0.916 repeating forever. Okay? So it's 6666666. Okay? Well, we need to make that into a percent. Oh my goodness. So 1, 2 units. We have 91.6 repeating. That 0.6 repeating will round that 1 up to a 2. So we have a 92% increase. Okay? From 83 hours to 76 hours. Okay? So from 83 hours to 76 hours. Increase or decrease? Ready? Going down, decrease. Decrease, right there. Okay? Now we need to find the difference. Take the larger of the two numbers. 83 is bigger. So 83. Oh, that's an 86. Getting ahead of myself here. 83 minus 76. 3. Not as big as 6. We make that a 7. Bring the 1. 13 minus 6 comes out to be 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. And so now we just have a 7. 7 divided by our first number, which is an 83. Use our calculator to get a decimal here. So what's 7 divided by 83? Comes out to be, let's do approximate here, make it easier, 0.0843 and round it 4. Okay? So now I need to convert that to a percent, right? So I take that percent, or the decimal, and move it 2 units, get the 8.434, round from that 0.4. Oh, that 0.4 there, though, is less than 5, so we don't round up. We keep it the same. We round down, in a sense. We have 8% as our decrease. From 24 grams to 96 grams. So for 24 grams and 96 grams, first things first, is that an increase or a decrease? And it's an increase, right? We're going up. Increase. Put it down right here so I just know. Okay? Now I need to find the difference between these two numbers. I take the 96, I subtract 24 from it. Oh, I can't write it. Oh my goodness, Sean. 96 minus 24. We got to subtract these two here. 6 minus 4 is a 2. 9 minus 2 is a 7. 72 gram increase. That's a lot of grams. We take that 72 and we divide it by our first number, 24. We'll use our handy calculator here. We take 72 divided by 24. We get a 3. Don't let that confuse you. A lot of students will see that and be like, oh, what do? It needs to be a decimal or something. No, 3. Still move that decimal there. 2 units. And this is actually a 300%. 300%, right? It's kind of little zeros get put in there. Decimal. 300% increase, and that is our final answer. From 20 tons to 99 tons. So from 20 tons to 99 tons. Well, is that an increase or decrease? Is it going up or going down? Well, it's going up, right? 20 tons to 99 tons. Going up. Increase. Fantastic. Now we need to find the difference. 99 minus 20. Let's subtract that. 9 minus 0 is easy. It's a 9. 9 minus 2 is 7, and we have 79. We have to take that 79 and divide it by the first number, which is 20. What does that come out to be? Oh, I got trigger happy there. With the, you can write equals. That comes out to be 3.95. 3.95. So I want to take that 3.95 and I need to convert that to a percent. It's a decimal, convert to a percent. 2 units to the right. 3.95 comes out to be 395. So we have a 395% increase. There's no rounding needed. It's just zeros from there on out. Decimal 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. From 16 tons, what do you get? To 72 tons. And that was a reference to a song. If you know that reference, put it in the comment section below. 16 tons to 72 tons. We need to know if that's an increase or decrease first. First things first. It's an increase, right? We're going up. 16 to 72. Increase. Increase, okay? So now we have to take 72 and subtract 16. We need to find the difference. 72 minus 16 here. Oh, can't do 2 minus 6, so make that a 6 up here. 12. 12 minus 6, that's easy. That's a 6. 6 minus 1 is a 5. So we have 56. There's 56 ton difference, right? 56 ton increase between the two. We now take that 56 and we divide it by our first number, which is 16. Use my good old calculator here. I take 56 divided by 16 here, and we get 3.5. That's correct, yes. 3.5. So 3.5 was our increase here, but I need to convert that decimal into a percent. We move that 2 units to the right. 1, 2, boom, right there. And then we place value 0. So we have 350%. So 3.5 comes out to be 350%. So our final answer here is a 350% increase. From 117 minutes to 91 minutes. Okay? Well, is that an increase or a decrease? In this problem here, oh, we're going down, right? It's a decrease. Okay, it's a decrease. So let's go find the difference. I'm going to take a large number, subtract a smaller number. 117 subtracted by 91. 7 minus 1 is a 6. 1 minus 9, can't do that, right? So 0, make that a 1, it's basically just 11. But 11 minus 9 is 2, and we have a 26-minute decrease between these two numbers. But don't care if it's negative or positive, I need to keep it positive. That's why I just need to find the difference between the positive amount between them. I take that 26 and divide it by my first number here. What is 26 divided by 117? 26 divided by 117 comes out to be, a good old, yeah, that's right, 0.222222222. It goes on forever, okay? 2's forever, okay? My favorite number, though. All right, so now I need to convert that to a percent. Move it 2 units to the right, yeah, 2, a lot of 2's here. Okay, this problem's full of 2's. 22.222222. 2's can't round up, they round down, so we're just having a 22% decrease going on here. Our problem here is from 188 meters to 42 meters. So 188 meters to 42 meters. Well, is that an increase or a decrease? It's a decrease. It's going down, right? 188 to 42. It's going down. So we're going to have a decrease going on here, and that's what we're finding out first. And it's a decrease. So now we need to find the difference between these two numbers. 188 minus 42. 188 minus 42. 8 minus 2 is a 6. 8 minus 4 is a 4. Bring down the 1, and we have 146 here. 146 meter decrease. That's a large decrease. So we're going to take that 146 and divide it by our first number, 188. Okay? 146 divided by 188. Let me just see that here. 146 divided by 188 comes out to be approximately 0.7766. Okay? That's right there. So 0.7766. Well, I need to convert that to a percent. So I move it 2 units to the right. And I got 77.66. And now I need to round from that 6. Oh, that 6 causes that 7 to go up 1 unit. So we actually have a 78% decrease going on here. From 362 meters to 156 meters. So from 362 meters to 156 meters. Okay. First, I need to know, is this decreasing or increasing? And it's decreasing, right? It's going down. Going from 362 down to 156. So it's a decrease. Decrease. Then I need to see, okay, it's a decrease. How much of a decrease? Well, let's go subtract. We take a large number, subtract it by the smaller number. So 362 minus 156. Let's go subtract these two. Okay. And so, well, 2, 6 now, it's a traditional method, so that should be a 5. This is a 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 5 minus 5 is 0. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So now we take this number, 206, and I'm going to divide it by my first number, which was 362. Okay? I use my calculator for this one. So I take my 206 divided by 362, and I'm going to get a decimal. Okay? It is approximately 0.5691. Okay? Right. So now I need to take that decimal and convert it to a percent. All right? Convert it to a percent. Okay? And we're going to round to the nearest percent. Well, taking a decimal, We move it 2 units, right? 2 units to the right, boom, boom. Now we have 56, but it's 56.9. That 0.9 will round the 6 to a 7, so we can say we have 57% decrease as our final answer. From 139 minutes to 385 minutes. So if I was given from 139 minutes to 385 minutes, well, first we need to know, is that an increase or a decrease? And that is an increase, right? We're going up from 139 to 385. So that's an increase. So it's an increase here, okay? Well, now let's go how much of an increase. Well, we're just going to find the difference between these two numbers. So I'm taking my larger number, 385, subtract the smaller one, 139. Okay. Well, the 5, I can't take 9 from 5, so let's make that 8 a 7. 15 minus 9, that's going to be 6, right? 7 minus 3 is 4, and we have 3 minus 1 is 2. And we have 246 here as my answer, or not my answer of this little problem here. I'm going to take that 246, and I'm going to divide it by my first number, 139. Okay? So, taking that 246 divided by 139, we get a approximately 1.7698. Okay? 1.7698. Okay, well, I need to convert that to a percent. This is just a decimal, so I move it over 2 units. 1, 2. Okay, so now I have 176.98. Well, that 6 and the 9. The 9 causes that 6 to round up because it's greater than 4, for 5 and up. So we actually have a 177% increase here. From $328 to $333. Okay, so 328 to 333. Well, is that increasing or decreasing? It's actually an increase, right? It's a slight increase, but it's increasing. An increase. Okay. So now we got to find the difference between these two numbers. So I took the large number, 333, and I'm going to subtract 328 to it from it. Well, 3 and 8 can't go together, so we have 2 here, 13. Okay, 13 minus 8 is a 5. 2 minus 2 is a 0, and 3 minus 3 is a 0, so we actually have just 5, right? There's a 5-unit difference between these two numbers. So we take that number 5, and we divide it by our first number, 328. Now I know it's a very small number divided by a large number. It's going to be a very small decimal, percent here. Well, let's go figure out what that is. We use a calculator here. Okay, 5 divided by 328 comes out to be approximately 0.01524. Okay, so it's approximately 0.01524. We need to move that over 2 units to have a 1 point, right? 1.524, and now we need to round that to the nearest percent, right? Nearest whole percent. Well, that 5 just barely causes that 1 to round up. So that 1 turns into a 2, so we actually have a 2% increase here. From 259 hours to 274 hours. So 259 hours to 274 hours. Okay, well, we need to know, is that an increase or a decrease first? And that is actually an increase, right? 259 goes up to 274. So that's an increase here. Increase. So I'm right here to the side. So let's go find the difference between these two to see how many numbers, or how many hours of an increase is it. So 274 minus 259, we subtract the 2. Note the large number first here, at least have some problems. 4 minus 9, can't do it using the traditional method, so we make that a 6, 14. So 14 minus 9 comes out to be good old 5. 6 minus 5 is a 1, and 2 minus 2 is 0. Don't worry about it. So we have actually a 15-hour increase from 259 to 274. I take that 15, and I divide it by my first number, which is 259. Well, 15 divided by 259, let's use the calculator here, and that comes out to be approximately 0.0579, okay? So 0.0579. So what do we do here? Well, that's a decimal, and we need to convert that to the percent. So let's move that decimal over 2 spots, right? So 1, 2, and that gets me, well, right here, 5.79% approximately. But I need to round that. Well, I just care about the number right next to the decimal. That's a 7. That 7 is 5 and up, right? So it's greater than 4 in a sense, or greater than or equal to 5. 7 causes that 5 to round up, so we actually have a 6% increase here. So a 6% increase. From 284 grams to 206 grams. So 284 grams to 206 grams, okay? Well, first thing to know, is this an increase or a decrease? Well, with 284 to 206, we're going down, right? We're going down here as a decrease. So with a decrease here, so let's go find the difference between the two. 284 minus 206. Well, 4 minus 6, oh, I can't do that here. So make that 8 into a 7. 14 here, so 14 minus 6 comes out to be an 8, right? An 8 here. 7 minus 0 is 7, and the 2 minus 2 is 0, right? So we have 78 here as that little subtraction, the difference in grams between 284 and 206. We take that 78 and we divide it by 284, the first number. Well, 78 divided by 284 comes out to be approximately 0.27465. Okay. So approximately 0.27465. Well, to move that or convert that to be a percent from a decimal, all right, we move that decimal over 2 units, and we get a 27.465%. Well, I need to round that, right? It says round to the nearest percent here. So I look at the number right next to the decimal to the right of it. That's 4. Well, 4 is the lower part that makes it round down, right? From all numbers 0 to 4, we round down. So that 27.465 comes out to be 27% decrease in general. Okay? Now be careful, right? You can't round twice. So don't think that the 6 makes the 4 go up, and then that to 5, and that 5 causes the 7 to go up. That's incorrect. We just look at the number right beforehand. That is the 4. The 4 causes the 7 to round down, so it stays the 7. So our final answer, a 27% decrease. From $246 to $221. And I wanted to find the percent increase or decrease. Well, first let's look at it. 246 to 221, that is a decrease. It's going down. I'm not yelling timber. Decrease. So it's decrease here. So now we need to find the difference between these two numbers. 246 subtracted by 221. 6 minus a 1 is a 5. 4 minus 2 is a 2. And 2 minus 2 is a 0. So we have 25. So it's a $25 decrease between the two. We take that 25 and we divide it by 246, the first number. Okay? We use our calculator here. If I can get it to load my fingerprint. 25 divided by 246 comes out to be approximately 0.101603. Okay? So approximately 0.10163. Well, from there, what we need to do is then decide, okay, how do I move that to be a percent? Well, we take that decimal and just move it 2 units to the right. We're left with 10.163%, but we're not done. That percent, we need to round to a nearest percent, right? Nearest percent is the whole numbers here. So 10.163%, well, that 1, that affects the 0 right here. And since 1 makes it round down, it's in that category. That 10 just stays it to be a 10. So we actually have a 10% decrease here. That's our final answer. From 309 grams to 299 grams. So 309 grams to 299 grams. Well, first we're going to see is this an increase or decrease, and we're going down. So it's a decrease. So I'm going to write it right here. Write it right there. So let's go find the difference between the two. 309 minus 299. Oh my gosh, I almost wrote 209. So 299. It looks a little different there. It's okay. 9 minus 9 is a 0. 0 minus 9, oh, I can't do that. So the 3 becomes a 2. Make that a 10. 10 minus 9 is easy. It's a 1. And 2 minus 2 is 0. And it's just 10 gram decrease here. And you probably could have seen that from the beginning, but it's all good. So we have 10 here. We take that 10 and we divide it by our first number, 309. So 10 divided by 309. Well, 10 divided by 309, let's use our calculator here. It's going to be a small little percent. But 10 divided by 309. We're left with approximately a decimal of 0.03236. Okay? Well, that I need to convert to a percent. The decimal, I need to convert it to a percent. So we take that decimal and we move it over 2 units. 1, 2. So now we have 3.236. Well, 3.236% I can round to the nearest percent because they asked us to. Well, that 0.2 causes a 3 to round down, so we're left with just a 3% decrease as our final answer. From 326 feet to 241 feet. So 326 feet to 241 feet. Well, what should I do with that? Well, is that an increase or decrease first? And well, 326 goes down to 241, so it's a decrease. So we have a decrease here, okay? Well, what should I do with that now? So I need to find the difference first between these two numbers, 326 minus 241. All right, so let's use this traditional method here. 6 minus 1 is a 5. 2 minus 4, oh, can't do that. Let's make the 3 into a 2, 2 into a 12. So we have 12 minus 4 here. 12 minus 4 comes out to be good old 8. And 2 minus 2 is just 0. So we have 85. I take that 85 and divide it by 326. Okay? So 85 divided by 326. I'm going to use my calculator here. I don't need to, but it makes it easier. 85 divided by 326, which isn't the basis just because it's easier of doing it, but I'm doing it here for speed reasons. 0.2607. Okay, so we have approximately decimal of 0.2607. I now need to write that as a percent. So I take that decimal here and move it over 2 units to the right, 1, 2. So we're left with a 26.07%. But now that needs to be rounded. That 0, right? The 0 here, that causes the 6 to stay a 6, right? That's what's rounding down essentially. So we just have a 26% decrease as our final answer. From, what was it, a doozy? It's a doozy of a day. 4048 minutes to 7548 minutes. So 4048 minutes to 7548 minutes. Okay, 4048 to 7548. Well, is that an increase or a decrease? And we're going up, right? We're going up over 3,000 minutes here. So what's the increase here? Increase. And an increase. So let's go find the difference between these two numbers. I take a larger one, 7,548. The process is still the same, even though it's a larger number. Minus 4048. Subtract the two. 8 minus 8, this is easy. 0, 4 minus 4, 0, 5. 5 minus 0 is a 5, and 7 minus 4 is a 3. So it's a pretty easy 3,500 here difference. So we take that 3,500 and we divide it by 4048. I'm going to use my calculator for this one. Okay, so we have 3500 divided by 4048. And we got approximately 0.86462. Right? 86462. Yep, just double check that. So we have approximately 0.86462. I'm going to convert that to be a percent. So I take that decimal and I move it to the right 2 units. 1, 2. So we have 86.462. 86.462%. 86.462%. I'm going to rewrite that to be rounded to the nearest percent, right? So that 4 here, that 0.4, causes the 6 to stay down, say it rounds it down to be just an 86. So we have a final answer here of 86% of an increase. We were going up, right? So just because it was a large number doesn't mean the percent increase was over 100%. It was a large percent, 86% is a large percent. But just because they're large numbers doesn't mean it's all relative here. From the large one, 2,150 miles to 7,895 miles. Okay? Well, let's first understand, is it a increase or decrease, right? And it's an increase. 2,000 to 7,000, 2,150 miles to 7,895 miles is an increase. So I'm going to write it here. Increase. Increase. So now I need to find the difference between these two numbers. So I'm going to subtract them here. Take the larger number, 7,895, and subtract the smaller number, 2,150. 5 minus 0 is a 5, 9 minus 5 is a 4, 8 minus 1 is a 7, and 7 minus 2 is a 5. So we're left with 5,745. So I take that number, 5,745, and divide it by our first number, 2,150. So then I need to use my calculator here to get the decimal. I don't need to, but I'm going to. 5745 divided by 2150 comes out to be approximately 2.672. That's be a 1. So 2.6721. So I need to convert that now to a percent. Move the decimal 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and we're left with 267.21% here. So 267.21%. I need to lastly, round that to the nearest percent. Well, that 0.2 here, that 0.2 causes 7 to round down, right? And so it's in that range of 0 to 4. And so now it's 267%. That's it. So it's 267%. And it's a 267% increase. From 4,359 feet to 5,377 feet. So from 4,359 feet to 5,377 feet. Well, first things first, is that an increase or a decrease? And it's an increase. We're going up. So it's an increase. I'll write it there. So now let's go find how much of an increase, how many feet increase it is. All right. So we take a large number, subtract from the bottom. So we have 5, 3, 7, or take the bottom, subtract from the top. Right. Top number minus bottom. 4, 3, 5, 9. Subtract them. 7, 9. Oh, can't do that, right? So I take a 7, make it a 6. 17. 17 minus 9 is an 8. 6 minus 5 is a 1. 3 minus 3 is a 0. And 5 minus 4 is a 1. So we have 1,018 as our subtraction answer here. It's a feet increase going on, right? So we take that 1,018 divided by our first number, 4,359. And that comes out to be, using that good old calculator here, 1018 divided by 4,359 comes out to be approximately 0.2335. Yeah, that's good enough. So 0.2335. Well, I can convert that to be a percent by moving the decimal 2 units to the right, 1, 2. I'm left with a 23.35%. So I have 23.35%. I need to round to the nearest percent because it asked me to. So that 0.3 right here causes this 3 to round down. So we're left with just a 23% increase. From 5876 meters to 6820 meters. Okay. Well, first things first, is that an increase or a decrease? And it is an increase. We're going up here, so it's an increase. So I'm going to write it here first on the side. Now I need to take the large number, subtract the bottom number from it, a smaller number, to find how much of a meter increase this is. So I have 6,820 subtracted by 5,876. Okay. 0 minus 6, I can't do that. 2 becomes a 1, that's a 10. 10 minus 6 comes out to be a 4. 1 minus 7, can't do that. 8 becomes a 7. We have 11 here, so 11 minus 7 is another 4. 7 minus 8, can't do that. So I take the 6, make that a 5, and I have 17 now, put the 1 up there. 17 minus 8 is a 9, so that's good, and the 5 minus 5 is 0. So I have 944 meter difference between these two numbers. I take that 944, and I divide it by our first number, 5876. So I take 944, divided by 5876, and that comes out to be approximately 0.16065. Okay? So approximately 0.16065. And so now I need to take that decimal and convert it to a percent. To do that, I move the decimal over 2 units, 1, 2. So I have 16.065, so 16.065%. But now I got to round that. To round that, I look at the number right after the decimal, which is 0. That causes 6 to stay rounded down, or rounded down. So we're left with the final answer of 16%, when it's rounded, increase.
Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.